What up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Mom92. We got a Street Fighter 6 Year 3 character reveal trailer. Now, we saw some leaks about this. So, I mean, you're not going to, probably know who's in it. But let's see. Because, I mean, who knows, right? Let's see. I got my boy right here. Stashington.
Hello, everyone. Stashington here, coming out of retirement.
Come out of retirement. So, what you think, man? I mean, you seen the leaks, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you probably, whatever. What do you think about, because we're not going to say anything, but what do you think about what you saw or what you heard?
About the leaks, I will say this. If the leaks are accurate, it could be worse. Like, I'm not super mad at it.
I like that.
It's like, I feel like it's getting back on track in terms of like catering to the proper audience. It might bring a little bit of excitement just because of like a few character loyalists, you could say. We might see some people pop up, some names pop up that we haven't, heard in a while.
Or some people that we see now may go back.
May go back. You can't. Oh, but when I say character loyalists or people who are like, known for a specific character, it's like you got a couple of them here where it's like, hey, okay, then let's see if they can. It's exciting. It's exciting. Not what I would have wanted for myself personally, but exciting. Like I can't look at Capcom and be like, "What are you doing?" Like I did with Season 2. Season 2, I had a big question mark. Season 3, let's see. I'm not mad at the leaks. If the leaks are accurate.
And I feel like one of the biggest things a lot of us look for when we go from game to game, I think it's cool to get the new, but we're looking for nostalgia. Like, we want to see, like, we kind of want the same character almost every game, but made a little differently.
Especially with a game like this, you came from Street Fighter 5 where it was like expression of your character was so limited from a mechanic standpoint. It's like you had to play this way or you really weren't being effective, which doesn't make the game bad by any means. I actually respect Street Fighter 5, but definitely, with the options you have in Street Fighter 6, it's the perfect game to be like, you know what? Let's bring this character back because people are gonna play so differently. Like what high level Lukes look the same. You got Noah, you got Minna, you got like old Chris Wong. It just depends. So, but like people are a lot more free in Street Fighter 6. So I think this is the game that Capcom should be like. You know what? This character was well received back in the day. Let's put him in this game because people are gonna like it. People are gonna play it and make the character his or her own. So yeah, I agree. Bring them back.
All right, well, let's see. We're going to get into this video and see who they are revealing for Year 3. So let's get to it, man. I don't know if you can hear it all right. They brought back Kenny Omega, bro.
Let's rumble.
That cop is so goofy. All right. So I kind of want to do this a little different. So let's talk about it like this, okay? So we just saw Alex. All right. What do you think about Alex? First and foremost, being in the game, and do you like, man, Alex?
Okay, I'm gonna address this as directly, quickly, and bluntly as possible.
Okay.
No, I'm not mad, but of all grapplers to pull from, why Alex?
Why Alex? Yeah.
Not mad, but please.
That's how I feel, bro.
He's not your Like, give me a grappler, you know? Like, give me a big, slow, like, okay, whatever.
I think he's cool. Like the way that he plays, he is cool. He's not like, oh, this is boring. But I'm with you because like it's like 4 characters. Alex, all right, I guess. Like he's cool, but who was really playing Alex?
Yeah, and you gotta kind of hold on. If you want to break this down, forget being quick and blunt. So let's break this down real quick.
Okay.
What you're about to have is like a -6 chop, like special,
Yeah.
a -6 chop that pushes people back just far enough so that they can't punish.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like Chun Li using her 5 frames, whatever.
She's playing all the
Anyway,
time, yeah.
yeah, but it's just like it's like it's really the same game plan as Bison, only with the command grab, and it's like,
Yeah.
dang, like here we go. He's gonna end up being a good character with great normals that aren't necessarily special cancelable, but he's gonna have good pressure in the sense that he ends with a special and he's safe from most of the cast, depending on how it's spaced, and that's essentially half the cast already. So it's like,
Yeah, so he's gonna be good, but it's like it's another one. There's another one of these guys.
yeah, I mean, like, are you really thinking Alex and you go straight to some power bomb or whatever his command grab is? Like, no one thinks Alex and goes straight to grappler.
Yeah, he's a
Like
grappler,
that's,
yeah.
I'm like, I feel like they wasted the grappler slot. If
Right.
if he's the only grappler announced in this, if there's another one, it's welcome in my opinion. I want to see somebody who's like T-Hawk or Hugo or even Abigail. Like, bring me that, like, where you're like, oh boy, like,
Yeah. It's a grappler, like you said. How do you feel about that then? Do you feel like they should have a character per archetype? That might be another conversation for a whole nother day, but like that's actually a good conversation to have because like it does seem like grappler should always be, not even not always be, but definitely included in, if we're gonna have 4 characters, it's like that's an archetype that's on its own. And it should kind of be like we should have at least one grappler per season, kind of, sorta. So that's a good conversation to have. So, but I'm with you. I feel like Alex is kind of like, it's cool. I'm not mad at it, but I mean Alex. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, next year, we got Alex. So if we got to go 4 characters, but we'll see. I mean, he might be nasty. He might play a little differently. Who knows? Because Street Fighter 6 does sometimes bring out differences in characters. So we'll see. Let's go. All right. Now, Viper right now is the coolest one. Right? See?
hands down. So
Viper.
let's talk real quick about the leak because it will focus on Viper. That's the only.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, well, first of all, I will say Alex was one of the leak names.
Mm-hmm.
Viper was another leak
Was a
name.
leak,
So
yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to be accurate, but we'll, of course, wait and see. But Viper was one of the ones that I was talking about in terms of bringing people back. What happened to Jace the
Yes.
Ace? Because Jace the Ace was hands down one of the strongest. He was super young. He was CJ Truth age. But he was one of the youngest American competitors who was just nasty.
Yeah, he was
Possibly one of the best. Like after your Snake. I don't want to get into who the best was back then, but he was easily one of the top. We'll say top 5 in the U.S. on C Viper, like exclusively until DiCaprio came out. So I think this is one of the smartest things they could have done. Like easily. I think
And
it's a
some
great
people
choice.
don't play unless they literally get this certain. Like they'll try, I'll try it out, but they will not even touch the game. Oh no, Viper. Oh no, this. I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? Because she literally has a certain way that she plays, and I don't think anybody's ever going to be another Viper. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, Viper's not in. So see you next Street Fighter.
Yeah, and that stinks because who knows how long this Street Fighter is going to be around. This Street Fighter might be around for 10 years. Like
Yeah.
you
Oh
just
God.
you
Yeah.
never know. So,
And
but
every like
yeah,
if you didn't see Viper every season, it's like, well, next season, well, next season, well, next season.
but I know I brought up Jace the Ace, but the other name I got to bring up, especially since
You
K-Brad's been
already
continuing.
know. That's who I'm thinking about. Wolf
Wolf
Chrome,
Chrome.
baby.
Wolf Chrome.
That's who I'm
So I
thinking
wonder
about.
if that means we get an opportunity to see K-Brad against Wolf Chrome again in the future.
I feel like
Now
he
that things are
has to. Like you just have to. You know what I
like it would
mean?
be so good with offline trying to make its comeback right now. I
Man.
feel like having an old rivalry like that rekindled. Hopefully it stays healthy. Like I don't want to see it turn into anything nasty, Like we saw some hype moments, And at the end of the day, after all the nasty garbage was, being spit around, I think there was respect shown at least, like,
Yeah.
what? Good job. You got, you won this round, but war's not over. So hopefully the war's not over. We get to see some more some more of them. Hopefully this brings Wolf Chrome back. I would love to see that.
And She Viper's a cool character in general. I think She Viper's actually cool. Like she was in, like she kinda does the same stuff as in Marvel 3 and Street Fighter. Like she's just nasty. So I would love to see how Sea Viper plays. And also, if y'all know about the patch where the parry changes are there, there is no more. Oh, I just parry. So they gotta go high low. It burns. The burn kick is gonna be actually doing stuff. So that's gonna be cool. I'm actually excited to see what Sea Viper does in Street Fighter 6. Let's continue.
Especially if it's plus. That would be interesting.
Ew.
I mean, think about whenever you approach with an overhead, like a jump in, if they block it, it's plus.
This plus, yeah.
So, so I wonder if there's something specific you have to do to stop it from being plus. She might be a pressure character like that.
Yeah.
And that would be a very interesting way to change the game up, But
And
we won't get into that.
feints.
We're talking about the trailer. I'm getting a little. I'm
Yeah,
getting a
yeah,
little.
yeah. Let's We
All
gotta
right,
wait to see some
what else we
game.
got?
We're about to break her down, boy. All right. Let's see who's next. This is a weird trailer, bro. All right, now first of all, I don't really know much about Ingrid. Okay,
Me neither.
I see that and I'm like, okay, cool. Like a Karen, a blue Karen, the purple Karen.
We'll just leave it there. That's fine.
So yeah,
Well, what I will say is, I feel like there are enough people who are familiar with her. Like, I feel like that's a cool way to target the right audience. Like, I wish they had swapped Mai and Ingrid because I feel like that would have made it like at least now we're not just overloading the season. Or if they were going to do that, they should have had like a season identity thing, like for season 2 and season 3, where it's like this is going to be the year of this, of like guest characters. This is going to be the year of grapplers. This is going to be the year of, like do something like that so that it has an identity. But I think to mix it up, it creates more confusion. This
does.
should have been a season 2 character, swap one of the Fatal Fury characters out. And then it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it balances it better considering, there is no identity for it. What's up?
I like that. I like Ingrid there, like you said, season 2, and then you keep Alex. And now I'm cool with Alex being there for season 3 because Ingrid's okay. There's Ingrid. Boom. All right. So then now Alex is here because I think Alex right now is kind of a slot where it's like, why Alex? Because Ingrid for me is like cool. All right, bring Ingrid in there. I don't know much about Ingrid, but the fact that she's back is cool. So I can't be mad at it. I wouldn't have never picked her, but that's only because I don't know about her. Right. But I like her being there. But Alex, I do know about him, and it's like, So her being season 2, Alex being season 3, and then there's another slot. But then it's like, who is it? Right? So that's cool to me. You opened it up. And having 2 of the Fatal Fury characters, we're not gonna get to season 2, whatever. Season 3, yeah. So Ingrid's cool. I like it. I want to know more about her later. So yeah.
I also think it's pretty strong because Capcom has to know she's not like a super popular character.
Right.
But because Street Fighter 6 is popular, people are going to look at her like, hey, what does she do?
What does she do? Exactly. So yeah, I'm curious.
Pause it here.
Okay, go ahead.
Pause it here. Okay, let's talk first. Because anyone who sees this trailer instantly knows who the staple character is
Yes, sir.
from the four that were just shown. Easy.
Easy. Soon as the bandage is see in the hype, see, we know the leaks. The leaks we saw, like we kind of first got up to it. So the hype for us is kind of like, okay, yeah, there he is, right? But bruh, Sagat, the king is back, bro. Like that's
has returned.
crazy.
And great pick. I don't
Great
know
pick.
what to do.
Yeah.
I feel like there were probably two characters they could have done, like brought back, and this is one of them.
He's one of them.
Good.
See, the problem with him, in my opinion, though, when you bring him back, it's almost like he has to be paired with somebody else. And what I mean by that is like, if I see him, I would love to see a Balrog, a Vega, somebody
Like
else.
the Shadow Squad.
Yeah. Like that's cool 100%. But with the characters coming with him, it does seem like a weird time. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Sagat's here. But where's the other folks?
But I'm also kind of curious what it's for story purposes because,
Could be.
season 1 we didn't have Bison, we had JP. Season 2 we got Bison.
True.
So it's like, okay, now we got Bison. Now we get Sagat. I wonder if what they're doing is kind of trying to make it so that we might have a Shadaloo season next year. We might have like Vega and Balrog and possibly I don't know. I mean, we could get Falk. Like for all we know, we don't. Fang could come back. There are a few things that we're not in. Or maybe more dolls come into the picture. We just don't know. Like Junie, DiCaprio, whatever.
Another thing too, if you look at the story back in Street Fighter 5, he was not a part of Shadowloo anymore. So
correct.
So when you think about it, it's kind of like, yeah, you think of Shadowloo, but he's not Shadowloo, so he's not really supposed to come out with him.
He's basically been on a redemption arc for the last 3 games. So.
Yeah. So actually, he shouldn't be on the same thing with them. It's just obviously it's something that's natural. You feel like it's natural. But it's cool to see God, man. The king is back, bro. The king is back, and that's crazy to say because I didn't know where he was going to be put in. He definitely has to be in the game. It's freaking Sagat. But it's like where, when? You know what I mean? We had 2 seasons without him. And like you said, I'm not really familiar with the story, and that could be that could have been in my mind to where it's like, oh, he's not supposed to be out yet. And now looking at the story, maybe he is supposed to be out yet. So gotta get familiar with the story. But the king is back, bro. So looking at Sagat being in the game, his play style, what do you think?
Okay. I feel like he's probably going. I'm not going to say the best, but I think he's going to be the most balanced Shoto in the sense that not balanced like he fits where he's not too over. He might be overtuned, but I'm saying balanced in the sense that he can do everything well. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. He'll be able to with punish, probably get some really nice conversions. It's not going to be sensitive.
Not probably. There's no probably to it.
What like when you think about Ryu, you probably think about staying heavy punch in this game, and like realistically, that's not great, but for some reason it's effective. Like whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to design him very, very like he can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
he's going to have his damage. He's going to have his zoning. He's going to have his whiff punishing. He's going to have his pressure. He's going to be like, I don't know. I like with how the game's designed and thinking about other iterations of Sagat, I just don't see a weakness. Like they're gonna have to change him and like deliberately nerf him or cut his legs off somehow, whatever.
That's it. Yeah, because I feel like the weakness is always the player when it comes to Sagat. I feel like Sagat is very,
Yep, but this is gonna be so like one thing is gonna be fact, and then the other one is just kind of bringing back the whole Sea Viper thing that I brought up. Fact, the best Sagats we had before were always, in terms of, I don't want to say like All right. I wonder if Sanford comes back. So that's the Sea Viper thing. Like, who is this going to bring out
Yeah,
of retirement?
yeah.
Like, I would love to see Sanford because I thought he was the best Sagat in Street Fighter 4. A little bit more like untamed, but he was nasty.
He was
Like
nasty,
he
yeah.
was very, very good. But now we know that Bone Chan
Oh
is gonna have a
God.
character that he's like, this is my character. We
Yeah.
have wanted this for who knows how. Like, this is it. He's going to solo main Sagat.
100%.
That's going to happen. And then you have Leslie Singapore. I wonder if this is going to be enough for him because he played Street Fighter 6 Season 1 for sure. He wasn't a fan of the game, but I know a lot of times you can put the right character in a game that doesn't feel super fun and it can fix it for someone.
And he
And I
came
feel like,
back in 5 when Sagat came
yes,
out.
he
Yeah.
did. And he was nasty
He
with
came
him.
back.
And one of the cool things is this is happening in a year where the point system is back. So
Yes,
you can
sir.
have multiple competitors coming from like specific regions. Now we're going to start seeing these different interpretations from the same region because they're just nasty. Like I don't know. I feel like this is great timing. Obviously, Sagat is, in my opinion, the best character that they could have put here. Not for me personally, but for Street Fighter, like this is a zero negative character in terms of, unless it's like your Snake Eyes and you're like, great, I gotta deal with this again. But in terms of actually picking Capcom's picking the character, this was
Yeah.
hands down the best choice they could have made.
In Street Fighter 5, you saw me play Sagat, and he was one of my, I would say, favorite characters towards the end. And I liked him when I saw, I think it was Punk playing somebody on YouTube, and he was throwing fireballs, and the dude was jumping as the fireballs coming out, but he was still able to DP, and I was like, huh? Like that just seemed crazy to me. Like, why are you able to? And you can kind of do it in Street Fighter 6, but not like Sagat can do it. He's gonna be doing it. And it's like, when do you jump? You know what I mean? Because I love how he could do the fireball speeds, the high, the low, and then just had different strengths. And then you really had to, I mean, you had to play versus him, and you had to having to figure that out as playing as a guy is always really cool. Where am I at? Where is he at? I got the knee. I got this, and that was cool. And that was the first character that introduced me to cross cutting. You know what I mean? And cross cutting, it just seemed like, how do you beat this character if he's on? So I agree with you. It's like, if you're on, what do you do? It's a guy. So it's gonna be cool.
He even after all of his nerfs in Street Fighter 4, he was still considered one of the top characters. Like they
Yeah.
nerfed the mess out of him, and he was still a top character. But like another thing to think about with Sagat is now, with Guile, it's really important to have perfect parry drive rush if you want to like start shutting down his boom pressure.
Yep.
Like it's good to have that. With Luke, it's good to have it like perfect parry and then like punish his fireball. He's going to require you to perfect parry drive rush in neutral because jumping might not be an option.
Nope.
Like if they keep his fireball the same, it's not going to be an option. You're gonna like you said, when do I jump? The answer might be not to jump, but now you're forcing people to take advantage of a mechanic that's not easy for a lot of people to master. Like
Yeah, and then he's gonna have super speed fireballs. Like when he does the high one, there's no just perfect parry because he could change the speed of it. Like that guy's about to be
I
crazy.
feel like in my mind, the only thing that's going to be hard for him, characters with armor. But if his low fireball is a low, then Marisa's not gonna have an easy time either.
No.
But we don't need to talk about that right now. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm already theory crafting.
And y'all need to stick with us, man, because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, whatever character we're already calling all this stuff, the character's gonna come out. People gonna be like, "Oh man, he's too slow," or "He's not doing this, he's not doing that." We see this stuff. We call it out when the character comes out. Rashid, public enemy number 1. He came out. He was, he's not that good. He's like mid. Yeah, alright. Time to develop. We call Rashid S tier, best character in the game. Because what is bad about this character? He just came out. Y'all calm down. We're gonna see these characters. We're gonna call it out. We know what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the biggest complaints was, hey, he doesn't have any damage. You have to get a lot of touches. Then, before a patch was released, he might be one of the highest damage characters in the game. Like, you got Marisa, you got Ryu, but then what?
Yeah.
Yeah, get me out of here. Well, I'm not trying to hear that. Whatever. But yeah, it was pretty interesting seeing the development of Rashid, but we did call it. And I really think, we haven't seen gameplay, we haven't seen like numbers yet, but I guess we can finish the trailer real quick.
Let's finish it.
Street Fighter 6.
Ew. That looks nasty. You get to see the gameplay. And we're not breaking none of this down. But I do want to ask you. So I'm going to go back, right? That's what I'm talking about right there. We're not going to break it down. No, you can't jump. How does he look to you?
He
I
looked
like the way
okay.
he look, bro.
So I will say they got away from the Street Fighter V look, which I'm happy about. This is the closest to Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
We're looking
That his
skinny.
look, and I like it. Yeah, he
Yeah,
looks
me
skinny,
too.
super cut. But I'm happy with it because, ironically enough, I did play Sagat
Yeah.
in 2 Turbo, so it's like, I like it. I like it. I think it's cool to see him in a modern engine, like with modern graphics, looking like that. So I don't have any complaints. Not from the hey, play that last part one more time. I just want to. My bad. Just
Nah, you're good.
because this might be hitting me a little harder in the feels than.
Like that. Ugh.
Like, do we even need to talk about the fact that was in Thailand? Like, that's his stage.
I saw the stage, bruh. People not looking at the stage though. That stage is historic.
Yeah, since Street Fighter 2, it's been there since like I read.
Yes, sir. And they remixed it in 5. Bruh, dude. I used to play like that song was ridiculous, man. And then when it gets to that certain part, if you lose it, it's like I come back. But hold on, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Yeah, that song was nasty, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's great pick of a character.
Yes.
I think he looks great. It might not be for everyone. I think I think
looks
he looks
wise.
great.
He looks great. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. You saw the low tiger shot to the tiger uppercut. Just. But if I had to grade this season, like the season pass, whatever you want to call it, just this year, season 3, I would probably give I'll give it an A-. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, not mad.
I think they could have gotten an A+ or an S, but it just like with this, I don't think Alex is in the right slot. I think Alex should be someone else. And I think it should be a name like that people are gonna be like, yes, like rather than Alex, give me like if it's not gonna be a grappler, because I mean Hugo is a selfish choice. I'd say give me Yoon, like give me one of those. Yeah, when you think about this game, it's a top tier. Like they kind of nailed it with the last character that came out season 2, Miss Capoeira. But like, I just feel like Alex is one of those. He's too versatile to fall under this, and he doesn't really have I don't know, like an identity that's fitting for this. We got our zoner who's versatile, but he's a zoner, and they call him the king.
The king.
For a reason. So like it's too good, but I think Alex could have been a better choice.
Yeah, he looked cool though, Alex. If he actually looks like that, he looks cool.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a Street Fighter 6 look for sure.
I like that.
I'm not a big fan of the new Viper look, but whatever. And Ingrid, I don't even know.
Bruh,
we already saw it.
Ingrid. When I saw
I might do
this,
some research. Maybe we should do a video, like just kind of who is Ingrid?
Who is Ingrid? Yeah, we need to do
yeah.
that so we can go back and then we'll talk about
together.
it.
Yeah.
For this, looking at this picture, but before I saw this picture, I see Sagat, I see Viper. Those are 2 characters that I can say, oh, okay, I like these characters, right? In Street Fighter 6, every character that I played has been like, oh, I like the way this character plays. There's not been a character that I feel like, oh, I just really like them. Like this is who I played before in some kind of game. See, Viper, UMVC3, I told you about that already. Sagat, you've seen it. It's out there. So it's like, dang, 2 characters that I actually like are coming into the game. That's cool. But then I see this picture, and then I see Ingrid. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. She has like a little spell book. And then she's looking like she's going to be floating or something. Like, look at her. Like, what does she do? So that made me interested because, wait a minute, is she about to be this nasty Monat type of character? Who knows, right? But like he said, we're going to make a separate video about that because that's very interesting.
Real quick,
Yeah.
one more thing.
Go ahead.
Alex, remember Kichipa put him on the map, and
That's the first person that I thought about when I said people coming back. That's already playing. First person I thought about was Kitchi Pop.
Okay, but that's all I got. So whatever you were gonna say.
I was just gonna end it there, man. We talked about it. We, this and that, how we feel. We broke it down for y'all, and I think season 3 is going to be a good season, character wise for sure. So, yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the boy because it's free, 90 free. Peace.